In 1995, a 19-year-old college student was found dead in the woods near the University of Tennessee campus. Her body covered in strange marks and a pentagram carved into her chest. The killer wasn't a stranger or a man hiding in the shadows. The murderer was another teenage girl, Christa Pike, and she didn't just kill out of rage. She killed because she thought it would make someone love her. Pike was born on March 10th, 1976, in West Virginia. Her childhood was chaotic from the start. Her mother struggled with substance abuse, and her father wasn't really present. Christa bounced between relatives and spent much of her teenage life feeling abandoned and unwanted. By 18, she joined a government program called the Job Corps, a vocational training center meant to help troubled youth get a second chance. Christa was sent to the Knoxville campus, where she trained in food services. That's where she met a man who would soon consume her world, a fellow trainee named Darrell Shipp. Christa was instantly drawn to Darrell. He was into occult symbolism and dark imagery, things Christa found mysterious and thrilling. She became obsessed with him. But Darrell didn't feel the same way, and that imbalance would later turn deadly. Another student named Colleen Slemmer joined the program around the same time. Colleen was friendly, outgoing, and sometimes a little flirtatious. To Christa, she was competition. She became convinced, without evidence, that Colleen was trying to seduce Darrell. Christa's jealousy quickly turned to paranoia. She started telling others that Colleen was messing with her man, and that she planned to teach her a lesson. People who heard her say that didn't take it seriously. Christa was known for being dramatic, but she meant every word. On January 12, 1995, Christa told Colleen she wanted to make peace, and invited her to take a walk to a nearby wooded area with her, Darrell, and another student named Shadola Peterson. Colleen, thinking the tension would finally be resolved, agreed to go. The four students walked away from campus, heading toward an isolated spot near the University of Tennessee's agricultural campus. Once they reached the woods, Christa's tone changed. She began accusing Colleen of flirting with Darrell again. Colleen denied it, but Christa wasn't listening. Over the next 30 minutes, what started as an argument turned into a brutal assault. Christa and Darrell attacked Colleen, hitting her, kicking her, and taunting her. Colleen tried to run but couldn't get far. Christa picked up a piece of asphalt and smashed it against her head. Witnesses later said Christa bragged about hearing the bones crack. Darrell stood by and occasionally helped her. When it was over, Christa carved a pentagram into Colleen's chest. Before leaving, she took a piece of Colleen's skull as a souvenir. The group returned to campus, acting like nothing happened. Christa told people she'd done something crazy, but most brushed it off as another one of her attention-seeking stories. The next day, a jogger discovered Colleen's body. Police arrived quickly and realized this wasn't a random killing. The scene was ritualistic, deliberate, and filled with rage. News spread fast on campus and rumors started flying. Several students told investigators that Christa had been openly talking about hurting Colleen days before her death. One student even mentioned seeing her with a piece of bone that she claimed was from the girl she killed. Detectives soon learned about the tension between Christa and Colleen and decided to question Christa, Darrell, and Shadola. The moment investigators began pressing them, Shadola broke down and confessed. She told them everything: the jealousy, the fight, and the killing in the woods. When police confronted Christa, she didn't try to deny it. In fact, she bragged about it. She told them she wanted Colleen dead because she thought it would make Darrell love her more. Christa even drew diagrams of the crime scene, explaining where each event happened. She mentioned the pentagram on Colleen's chest and the bone fragment she kept as a trophy. The level of calm she showed during questioning shocked investigators. Physical evidence backed up everything Shadola said. Colleen's blood was found on Christa's clothes, and the skull fragment was later confirmed to belong to the victim.
The murder of 19-year-old Colleen Slemmer created fear and speculation among students and staff Friday. Knoxville police quickly dispelled any myths about the case with a break in their investigation.
It did not involve a university student. It did not occur on the bike trail. It was not a random or a stranger-to-stranger incident.
Police say the murder suspects were close to the victim.
The motive of the crime appears to be a love triangle. It appears that both of the females involved had been involved with a 17-year-old male.
The victim's partially dressed body was found in this brushy area Friday morning. An autopsy confirmed she was slashed repeatedly with a meat cleaver and some other small cutting device, perhaps a razor blade or box opener. Authorities say she was then beaten over the head with a large chunk of asphalt from this pile.
The injuries that Christa Pike caused to be inflicted upon Colleen Slimmer are almost beyond description.
It was at this location that Colleen Slimmer was actually pleading for her life, and Christa Pike showed her no mercy. The body of Colleen Slimmer ended up in this general area right over here.
She was dancing around in a circle.
Who was dancing around in the circle?
Christa.
Dancing around the circle while she was telling you about this?
Yes.
Was she doing anything else?
She was smiling.
Making any other noises?
She was kind of singing la la la.
It was one of the fastest confessions and evidence matches the Knoxville police had ever seen. Christa Pike was charged with capital murder. Tadurl Shipp, who was 17 at the time, was charged as an accomplice. Shadolla received immunity for her cooperation. In 1996, Christa's trial began, and prosecutors portrayed her as manipulative and obsessed with control. The jury took less than 3 hours to find her guilty and sentence her to death.
Her to custody of the warden at the Tennessee Prison Facility, and further, on the 12th day of January 1997, your body shall be subjected to shock by sufficient current of electricity. May God have mercy upon you. Mr. Bates,
can I please have a mom before I go?
Mr. Bates, please hold Miss Pike in the dock.
Please, let me just find my mom.
Please hold Miss Pike in the dock.
I love you. I love you.
Making her the youngest woman on death row in the United States at the time. Tadurl was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years. Even in prison, Christa's behaviour remained erratic. She wrote love letters to Tadurl and seemed proud of what she'd done. Over time, though, her obsession shifted from jealousy to desperation. In 2001, Christa tried to escape from prison. Using smuggled tools and outside assistance from a former inmate named Justin Heflin. The plan fell apart before it began. Authorities intercepted communications and stopped the escape. After that, Christa was placed under tighter supervision. She spent years appealing her sentence, but every appeal was denied. Her case continued to draw attention as one of Tennessee's most disturbing examples of teenage violence, a mix of jealousy, obsession, and misplaced desire for affection that led to pure cruelty. To this day, Christa Pike remains on death row, still the youngest woman ever sentenced to death in Tennessee's history.
They think we might hide something in there. Well, breakfast is at about 6:30. Then I get up when it's time to go outside and exercise. Come back in and go to the shower. Come back, and I'm in here for the rest of the day until I go outside tomorrow.
Nobody that's going to take me out of this prison and send me to Disneyland to live. It's okay.